Hello. I know it's like a thing saying like, is this glass half empty or half full? But technically it's neither half empty or neither is half full because it's not even half the water of the glass. So it is about maybe 1/3. Is it 1/3 empty or is it 1/3 full? Was it? You wanna? In this video I'm just gonna do a bit of comedy because it's one of the top 3 things that lifts me up. Comedy. The main one thing that strengthens me is the Lord, because I have no strength whatsoever left in me. So I rely heavily on the strength of the Lord to give me strength, and that's where I draw my strength from Him, because I'm a very damaged, broken vessel. If I was a ship, there'd be a lot of holes in me. I'd be completely leaking. And if I was this glass, well, the glass would be broken because it'd be totally shattered. Now, there's a lot of this comedy I hope will be enlightening for people who are Christians and those that are not Christians. So I'm just going to talk about the common thing that most comedians talk about is usually life situations, because that's something that most people can experience, and that's usually people laugh. There's different forms of comedy. Usually people laugh at things if it forms like emotional connection to them, because then they can reflect back and say, "Ha, that happened to me as well." So sometimes comedians might talk about airlines or the weather or whatever's in the news or whatever culturally is and usually comedians would have their own different thought process because we're creating God's image. So they have their own way of viewing the world, and therefore they have their own ideologies that they usually pushed in comedy. Now, there's different forms of comedy. There's always bias in comedy because of the individual. So I myself would be more right-leaning conservative in my comedy, but someone who would be more left-leaning would be more liberal, and then you go further left, then you end up with Marxism. If you go further right, I don't know what's further right of, because technically people would say National Socialism would be far right, but I still consider that to be probably, trying to think of it, well, economically they're far left, because you have if you ever do like a political compass thing, they have like economic left, economic right, then they have social left and social right. I would contest that the National Socialism would be more centre left leaning than centre right, depending on the individual or the party, because a lot of things, and fun fact, a lot of things that would be considered centre, kind of left leaning now for someone, because if you have someone who's far off to the left, then those that are right of them would be considered right wing in their viewpoint. So because their political compass is moved all the ways over here, and every other one's over here. Now, where am I on this political compass thing? I did a couple of tests, but it varies. Could be more centre right, but mostly more centralised. Because the truth is that I don't get involved in this world as much, because I know this world's fallen. So, well, I went off topic. It's supposed about comedy, but comedy isn't everything. Because there's anything you can laugh at, then it's be funny. Accents, that's something that is universal. Because you do funny family accents. Like you change your voice and you can change your voice and different things. And that can be quite amusing, because if people are so used to talking a certain way and then they talk a different way and try and articulate words together. So there's different accents, and I don't know what accent I am doing, because I'm very bad at doing different accents. Because I don't even, if someone asked me if I have an accent, I wouldn't even know myself. That's a Brazilian accent, or that's a Jamaican accent, or that's an Irish accent, or English accent, or Scottish accent, and I said, you're to me like it's just you talk differently. you have a different way of talking than me. I presume that's what I mean by accents, because unless I record myself, because see, I'm Irish, but I can't speak my native language. So if I speak my native language, I would have more of like an Irish accent to it, like Gulamalagat, Slán, Bunya, Hendo Tui Kala Cook Shot. But when you speak a language that is not your native tongue, you end up speaking the dialect of that kind of language. So my tone, my accent to be more Englishized. And funny thing about Irish people, we can't speak a native tongue. Only 44,000 people speak Irish. It's tragic. It's like a people is its language. The core of its soul is its culture and its language. And if Irish people were very honest with themselves, they are more English or American than they are Irish. Because the only thing that makes us Irish is our surnames and that we're on the island. But other than that, you know, a lot of Irish teams support English football teams, and there's a lot of they watch American TV programs. If you go back 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, you go back a long way before the majority of the people on the island that would be native born can speak the language fluently. It's heartbreaks me, I can't speak Irish fluently. I can't even put a whole sentence of my native language together. And that's like deeply heartbreaking. But I hope someday to learn native language so then I can go around Ireland and then people think I be a foreigner. Because most Irish people can't speak Irish, so when you speak fluent Irish to them, they're like, I know there's a video where American went to Dublin and most people didn't know what language he was speaking and he's actually speaking Irish. Like, just learn Irish, come to Ireland and try and see how many people you can have a conversation in Irish. Because if you talk to me in Irish, I would struggle with bad basics. And I hope someday that I'll be able to like read John 3:16 in Irish. That'll be my goal for next year, to learn Irish. Anyway, this video is all over the place. Instead of being comedy, don't do much comedy in this video. No much comedy. No much comedy. It's just randomness, complete randomness. So if whatever came to your mind and hoping that you'll articulate something intelligently, probably didn't. Thanks so much for watching this video.